Hello, everyone. It is Thursday. I cannot believe it's Monday. Holy time.
That's a great start.
Happy Monday, everyone. It feels like Thursday.
That's my fault because I changed our Thursdays to Mondays because of my program. I know, my bad.
Okay, so we are going to have a wonderful energy insights today, and I am going to get started over here on Instagram and get you guys going. So give us a second to get all squared away.
Hi, Cherry. Hi, David. Hi, Walker. Hello,
Hi,
hello.
David. Hi, Terry. And then we have some of these awesome people on Instagram joining us. Thank you guys so much. Okay, let's see. I'm just waiting on your request, Julian, to go live on me. And Peggy, hi from Dallas. Okay. Okay, I don't see your request yet. Are you on?
No, it's not showing me that you're live, so I haven't got the request. I haven't got the option to join yet. Hang on.
Okay, it's maybe there's a little bit of a delay because we are live.
Okay.
Let's see. Yep.
Bear with us, everybody. We'll get there.
Yep, we will get there.
Drop us a comment and let us know where you're watching from whilst we're waiting.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited to reconnect with you guys today. So happy Monday from Texas and from the UK. Hey, Jennifer, you're here. Hey, Betsy.
Hi, Betsy.
Jennifer, I'm glad you're here today.
Oh, no.
Okay, and Leah's mom is here also. Let's see. Vicky is here. Does it show?
No.
It doesn't show that I'm live on your end?
No.
That is so weird because we are live. Is there a way for me to send you?
Hang on. Oh, hang on. I'm going to have an echo. I'm going to mute my computer.
There we go. There you are. There you are.
You got it?
I see that you joined, but okay. There we go. Request. Yes. Awesome. I think you're live now. I see that you joined, but there you are.
You just need to mute your computer, my love.
Okay.
Okay, you should be able to see us and hear us, everyone. Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, do you want to take it from here and I'll mute myself on Instagram?
Oh, okay, sure. So good evening, everybody, or good afternoon. Sorry, I always forget my time zones. Hello, Danielle. Hi, Vicky. Oh, soggy and wet and humid. And oh, dear. Yep, Pam did it with Jeff. Awesome. Also good on Facebook. Beautiful. Great. So welcome, everybody, and happy Monday. As Pam said, also happy Thursday. We used to do these on a Thursday, but I'm running a program at the moment, so we switched it to Monday just for a few weeks. So I've got a couple more Mondays. I think this is our last Monday, actually. I've got a couple more Thursdays left, and then we'll be back to Thursday. So thank you for joining us and persevering with the day change. So Pam and I are both energy practitioners, and we work with energy using different modalities to support cats. So my mission is giving cats a voice. I know that really resonates with Pam as well. And we like to help as many cat guardians or pet parents, whichever label resonates with you. We love to be able to give guardians of cats insights. We want them to understand how their cat is feeling, what they need to heal and to thrive. And we are really, really passionate about helping you to understand what is going on for your cat and what can you do to help them. So every month, Pam and I go live and we work with 3 cats each. I do chakra sensing and a bit of animal communication, and I'll hand over to Pam when she does her first cat, and she'll share with you what she does with her amazing modalities. And for me, like when I do chakra sensing and cat communication, it's really about finding the frequency of the cat and being able to feel them and receive them, which everybody can do. It might just take a bit of practice, but I'm able to come out of my head and my thoughts and my logic and come into my heart space and to receive the cat and to share their insights. So shall I kick off, Pam, with the first cat, or shall I? Yeah, okay, cool. So I have got so I'm looking for Tracy with Sandy, Laurie with Leo, or Francine with Bickle. Is anybody here? Oh, there. So who is on? Hello, Jay and Adrian. Lovely to see you. Spring Hills. Hello, hello. So I've got Laurie on Instagram. Are you here? Or Tracy and Francine on Facebook. So Pam and I always like to make sure we've got the guardians present so that they can be aware of any changes that may happen with their cat, and also to give us some extra insights if we've got additional questions. So LA Hammer 12, is that you, Laurie, with Leo? I assume so, because I think your surname's Hammer, but I just want to make sure that you're the right person that we're working with. Okay, so whilst you double check that for me, I'm just going to find the pictures. Energy insights. Okay. Laurie, beautiful. All right, Laurie, wonderful. So unfortunately on Instagram, we can't share a picture, but I've got on Facebook and YouTube the photo of your gorgeous Leo. If I can just actually, let me just turn this around so that, nope, people can see. So this is who we're working with. Look at this gorgeous. I know, isn't he like totally precious? Okay, so that back, just so you guys can get a sense of who it is we're working with. So Laurie says, Leo has feline hyperesthesia. I want to help him be as healthy and as happy as he can be. Okay, so just give me a second, everybody, and I'll just come out of my headspace into my heart and we'll share with Laurie what he's got to say. Okay. Oh, first thing he says is, I see you, Mum. I know you try your best. He said, all your attempts to help really fill my heart. It's like he feels so grateful for the things. I don't know if you've tried a lot of things to help him. I mean, obviously I've just got that one line from the intake form, but he says that the things you've tried to do, let me take my necklace off, it's clattering against my desk. He can really feel how much you've tried to help, and it blossoms his heart. It warms and nurtures his heart space. He says, we're obviously going for a bit of communication. I'll try and check in with his chakras in a minute. This is what happens with the chakra sensing, chakra treatment. There's always words to say first before I'm able to feel into the energy. So let me just share what else. Hang on. We're on this journey together. Oh, he says, this is new for me too. He means being non-human. So I believe that our souls come in different forms as we evolve and learn different lessons. And for him, it's like, this is the first time he's been an animal. This is the first time he's not been a human. So it's almost like he's trying to navigate how that works. And the ripples with his skin and his back, it's almost like he doesn't feel connected at times with the body, because his soul is still almost like aligning to the fact that he's an animal and like not a human. I'd be interested to know how old he is, because it feels like he's quite young and he hasn't fully adapted to this space to integrate his body with his soul. He eats a raw diet, drinks filtered water, gets CBG or CBD oil. Interesting. How old is he? He says, hang on a minute. He says, I need you to know this is for our evolution. Evolution, yeah. He's 13 and a half. Something about him feels really young. Okay, let's see what your chakras are like, buddy. So feline hyperesthesia is when there is oversensitivity with the skin and the fur on the back. So it's generally you can see it as rippled or like twitching of fur. It's fascinating for him because there is this disconnect between his physical body and his soul, so like his essence. And that's actually manifesting in the physical body with the twitching of the skin, because it's almost like he's not centered and grounded and accepting of where he is and who he is. So if you think about the position of the sacral chakra, I don't know if you can see on Instagram, where is my hand and my camera? The sacral chakra is like here, so down towards the bottom half of the body. So I would question whether his twitching comes from the hyperesthesia is more towards the top or more towards the bottom, because it's almost like when it twitches and ripples is when he's having moments where he's like, what? I'm almost like, what? I'm a cat? What's going on? I don't understand. So I would really think about, so he's sharing with me Rose. So I don't know where you're based in the world. If you can get hold of some organic rose buds, I'd actually consider getting some rose otto or essential oil. So with rose particularly, you have to be very, very careful. You get a very good quality. You are likely to pay a lot of money for a small amount, because if you think about roses and how much you need to press the petals to get an essential oil, so I think it's like 1 or 2 milligrams for like probably 20, well, I'd say £30 plus GBP, that is, because there is something about nurturing his heart which will help him to anchor in his soul. And with the essential oils, you can learn how to use them with my book, The Aromatic Cat. You can get that on Amazon, or you can get it from the Naturally Cat shop. And I've just realized, am I not sharing my screen on Facebook? Was that sharing my screen? All of a sudden my screen's just black. Hang on. There we go. Is it sharing now on StreamYard? Right. I'm almost done as well. So you can get the book through my website, naturallycats.co.uk, or you can get it on Amazon and other online stores. So we're talking there about how to use 1 drop of essential oil. So you get a piece of fabric, like a piece of a cotton cloth, and put 1 drop of the oil onto the piece of fabric, and you let the cat do what they need to, so they can rub and roll around on it, they can sit next to it. There is something for him about nurturing this fact that he's in this cat body and he's still not able to adjust to it. So I would consider finding some time to talk to him, one-on-one. Maybe you want to consider a communication session with him as well. I also offered that. So about trying to confirm to him that, you love him for the being that he is, and you are here on this journey with him, because there is something for him about needing reassurance that he's like, oh my God, my cat, like, how did that happen? Right. And it's to do with lessons his soul has got to learn, but he still feels a bit disconnected. So I would consider a cat communication session with him. I'd also look at offering either dried organic rosebuds or using some rose essential oil, and let him do what he needs to. Hang on a sec. Oh, wait. Oh my God, my tripod's going to go. Wait a minute. Oh God. Right, what did she say? Oh, he's 13 and a half, yeah. Are you using those through self-selection, Laurie? So coconut oil, if you're administering that without offering it to them, it might be that they don't need it, and that potentially could lead to an upset tummy. So be cautious offering things like that if you're adding it to food without using self-selection principles, which I also talk about in the book. They also get omega-3, digestive enzymes, probiotics, B12, CoQ10, also some flower essences. Okay. Some of that I would really consider offering via self-selection, because particularly like the flower essences and things, they'll have properties that he may not need. So you don't want to do anything to make the problem with his soul integration worse, my love. So I would really consider, what you're offering in terms of what's a supplement, and what, you are offering that you can in terms of self-selection, because they have this innate wisdom that they know what they need. So give them a choice, give gorgeous little Leo a voice and let him show you, learn a bit more about self-selection and offering him these options for remedies and things, and see if he needs it. But I'd also consider the communication and the rosebuds, my love. So I hope that helps, and I will pass over to Pam.
All right, so that was so cool. Okay, so Julianne, I think you have the images for him that I'm going to use. And I know that, okay, let's see. Cheryl and Sabine. I think Cheryl's here. Cheryl, are you on? Hold on. Cheryl. Let us know if you're here. Cheryl and Sabine. That's who we're looking for. And if you're not, we'll go to the next one. But okay, yay. Okay, she's on Instagram. Okay, wonderful. Okay, Cheryl is here. Okay, so do you have Sabine's picture? Okay. Just give us a second. We're going to pop that up onto the screen. There you go. Okay, there she is, little precious. Okay, so I'm going to scroll over and read what Cheryl says. So Cheryl submitted Sabine, said Sabine is 3 to 4 years old. I adopted her over a year ago. She has had several issues, medical and behavioral, since she arrived. We discovered that as a younger kitty, she had broken her left hip that healed funny. The vet suspected she fell from a great height or was thrown, and she still has a bit of an odd walk, like a cowboy too long in the saddle. She also overgrooms, particularly in the hips and lower back by her tail. There is calcified lymph node in that area, but the vet doesn't believe it's worth bothering at this time. Sabine is also very shy and fearful. There is a major possibility that she was abused. She was brought to the shelter by someone who said they found her in their barn with her 4 kittens. She is fearful of strangers and doesn't like to be picked up. She does fine if I'm with her in the room and often loves to snuggle and lay in my lap. She hates her carrier and doesn't like being confined, not even in a burrito, which is a blanket where you wrap them up. She says, I love her very much. We have done Reiki in the past, and I just want to understand if there's anything more I can do for her as she grows older. I do have 2 kitties. The other is 8 years old, and they are still separated by a gate at this time. I will be trying to introduce them again in a couple of weeks after I have my roof replaced. Okay, so let's see. Basically what I'm doing is I'm using my intuition to tap into her energy. And I'm just kind of testing some things with my fingers today just to see what we can do to support her. I get images in my head of words or pictures of what's going on, and I'm seeing the word abused. So that correlates to what you were describing, Cheryl, as like not kind of fearful, a little bit shy, and not wanting to be picked up. She was probably hurt by someone who did pick her up, or, she's going to have a fear of humans to some degree. So I am finding some emotional blocks for her. I'm seeing the word trauma. She is slow to trust. Let's see what else. Hips. The injury still bothers her. Let's see. Give me just a second. I'm really trying to tap into her. So because of the injury in her hips, she may have like some nerve issue going on? Has the vet looked at that? Because when there's, I don't know if you've ever bumped your elbow and there's like, a horrible stinging feeling. But when something is out of alignment, that's it. If you can get her to a chiropractic vet to have her looked, maybe she can check her hips and her back end to see if there is anything out of alignment that may be causing some discomfort, and the behavior that is making her want to lick her back end and area. So that's one of the first things I would check, since your vet thinks that she had some kind of injury before that affected that area and she walks funny. So I would check to see if there's anything a veterinary chiropractor can help her with. That would be one of the first things, just for mobility reasons. Cats who are in pain all the time, they don't understand necessarily where this is coming from. And so they can misinterpret these sensations coming from within their body to feel like someone in their vicinity is doing it. It's crazy, but they just don't have the ability to comprehend these things sometimes. So when something is off inside their body, they feel, number one, they can act fearful because it can come out of nowhere. And they can't understand why they're feeling this pain or discomfort. So I would look at that for sure. Let me go check one other thing you said. She hates her carrier, doesn't like being confined. Yeah. She was probably, whatever happened, whatever traumatic event that happened to her in the past was probably done so when she was being confined or held down. And so she associates that memory with that type of behavior or being in a small confined space. So I would recommend, this is what I would recommend, and I'll give you some other ideas as well, but a mind, body, spirit release session can identify all those traumatic emotions and memories from experiences that she had before she came to find you, that can be released from the body, because emotions from traumatic events and experiences get stored in the tissues of the body. They can store in the organs, the glands, and the tissues. And so what happens is just a trigger reminder can restart all of those chemical reactions that bring up that memory again. Her body feels like she's re-experiencing that. So some of the things that, being wrapped up in a burrito, being put in a carrier may trigger that memory again. So mind, body, spirit release would be excellent to identify and cover those blocks and release that trauma from her subconscious. And it will also help identify anything that's conscious that she's holding on to in her current state, anything that's causing stress or imbalance in the body. It might be a really, really good way to help her feel better, more confident. Some of the things that you can do is, I'm seeing color. I love that she's on a light blue color, a towel or blanket on her little cat tree, because light blue is great for fear. The other thing, let's see if you can add some rosebuds, like what Julianne was just saying a while ago. And Julianne, by the way, your Facebook is not showing connected on StreamYard. So you may want to check that. Rosebuds can help heal the heart and trauma, hurts, things like that. So just like she was talking earlier on the previous kitty, Leo, rosebuds test really, really well for her. Self-selection be great, or like you were saying, the rose essential oil, and it's really amazing. Just, you don't even have to put it very close to them, and you don't even have to unscrew the bottle. Just the smell of those, the terpenes and all the scents. Oh, what do you call that, Julianne? Help me. What do we call this? All the properties that they can pick up.
Scent molecules, the healing properties.
Thank you. Scent molecules are so healing for them. So that would be really, really good for her. I'm trying to think if there's another. Yarrow. Yarrow is really good. Yeah, you just made a comment. That's why she was drawn to yarrow. Yarrow is also very, very grounding. So that's a very good reason why she is selecting yarrow. The color red can help support her root chakra, which is all about feeling safe and that survival. They go into survival mode. They want to feel safe. It's part of their physical needs. So offering her something red to sit on, again, love the self-selection idea. So that is another color that you can use. And green is good for the heart, the emotional heart. It's also good for grounding. So green is testing really well for her as well. Let me see if anything else. Crystal. If you have a rose quartz crystal, this would be really, really good for her. So rose quartz crystal. And again, if you guys haven't seen my recent interview with Allie Phillips and Cats Love Crystals, you got to go watch it. It was phenomenal. But basically, you can take the rose quartz crystal and not even touch her at first. You can show it to her, let her smell it, see it, and then you can just kind of go above her body, along her spine, and then you can start to see the skin kind of ripple a little bit as they can feel that energetic frequency from the crystal. And rose quartz is very healing for the heart. So if that goes well, then you can actually brush them with the crystal just down the spine. It's amazing. So look into maybe a rose quartz crystal. And let me see if there is anything else. Yeah, that one's testing really, really well for her. Do you have, shoot, okay, so I'm going to go up here to your comments. You do have some roses. They aren't in the garden. Okay. She was drawn to that the last few days. Oh, that's so amazing. Rose quartz, Julianne knows Stephanie. Awesome. Yeah, I love, share your crystals. we love to share around here. So yeah, try those with her to support. And again, if you're interested in working on a deeper emotional level, consider doing a mind, body, spirit release session. I do those remotely using her picture and tapping into her energy. And it does all this wonderful clear and energy clearing and energy healing so that we can help her release this trauma and better able to connect with you and even perhaps the other kitty in the house. That can go a lot easier as well. Okay, so any other questions for your sweet girl? Let's see, sweet Sabine. If not, I will turn this back over to Julianne.
Okay.
Julianne, it says you need to reconnect. Okay, there you go. Get you back in.
Okay, am I back? Okay, so I've just found an email from someone saying that they couldn't make it, which is no worries at all. So let me see if I can find another person. Just so you guys know, Pamela and I are doing our best with this. We live in different time zones. We're trying to help people all over the globe. Time zones are a thing, right? So we contact you as soon as we can. We give you as much notice as we can. And if that's not enough, then it's not meant to be, So just bear that in mind, peeps, that, we're doing this for free to try and help as many people as we can. And if it doesn't work or it's not meant to be, then that's the way it goes down, So let me see if... is Francine present? And Bickle, she was going to be on Facebook, so I didn't actually have Facebook. So Francine, can you drop a comment and let me know if you are here? If not, I will just quickly look for somebody else. So who else asked for? Who was the next person that asked for chakra sensing? Okay, Asha with Bicker. If you're here, let me know. Or oh, who is next? Oh, I didn't pick one. Okay. What about Leslie? Oh, Leslie with Ed. Are you here? Anybody fancy chakra sensing with their cat? Feel free to hop on and let me know if you're here. Okay, who else did we have? So have we got Nicola with Jinx on YouTube? GA Cat Daddy. Yeah, totally. What about Sheila with Darwin? Is there anybody out there? Does anybody want chakra sensing for their cat? If not, I'm going to go and face plant my two boys. Pam, do you want to do another one of yours, my love?
Yes, absolutely. To remind you guys, we send out an email about 6 days ago where you can sign up in advance because we only have so many slots. And so you have to submit your cat to be selected. And if you are successfully selected, we do let you know. So we can't just do a random, someone who's here today that wasn't submitted, because we had to have your special permission. We had to have a photo of the cat. We had to know what was going on. And so we can't just take a random offering for all you amazing people who are just here watching. So we're trying to go with the people that submitted their entries on our form. So thank you. And if you want to be sure to do this next month, you've got to be sure to get on our mailing list so that you are sent out notifications ahead of time and know when to submit your cats. Okay. So thank you so much for understanding all of that. So
I would just say to that, and we'll add to that, Pam, as well, as that we do it like,
We do it like a first come. So for me, like the first people that I contact, if as long as I've not worked with them before, because we try to help different people every time, I contact the next ones in line, so as soon as you guys see the email, if you want to put your cat forward, get on, fill the form out. There's not loads of questions. There's like 4 or 5 questions. We just need to understand a bit about your cat, have a really clear picture, and have your permission to work with them. So like Pam said, get on our mailing list, which you can do from both of our websites, and get your entry in so that you can be one of the first, like I said, I'm going through the list then. The people that I mentioned are literally the order that they've been submitted. So, please take a few moments to submit your cat. We want to help as many people as possible, but you have to be here with us. You have to be here with us because you need to be able to watch your cat to see if there are any changes. You need to be here to be able to answer any questions so that we can give you the best insights that we can. We need to understand if something we say doesn't resonate, we may need to delve deeper or to fine tune the frequency. So, that's why we have these kind of, I would say, restrictions, but almost these kind of boundaries around what we're doing, because we're trying to help as many people as we can, and this is the best way that we can do it. So if you guys can work with us, then we can work with you.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, so the next kitty that I have is Jennifer and her sweet buddy. Heidi has a question from Facebook. You shouldn't have to log into Google. You should just be able to go in. You don't need a Google account to fill out that form. So try loading it, Heidi, next time in a different browser, because sometimes that can be an issue. It could be just a browser thing. Okay, so Julian is looking for Buddy, and then I'm going to go ahead as soon as we got his picture up so you can see his cute little mugshot.
What's his guardian called, Pam?
It's Jennifer Gilly. Got it. Okay. Just give us a second. We'll pull this up for you guys. Okay. Look at this cutie pie. So expressive. Okay, so this is Buddy. Jennifer said Betty is an indoor 2-year-old and was diagnosed a couple months ago with FHS, which is feline hyperesthesia syndrome, by a vet who isn't really familiar with the issue. I do have an appointment with a holistic vet next month. He is on GABA twice per day, but now I have a cat who is not as playful and super scared of the smallest unusual sounds, in addition to previous sounds like the doorbell that will send him into hiding. Can you tell if meds are or are not working, if he would like a companion, and what would make him more comfortable? First of all, I'm not able to diagnose anything about medication, so I can't answer that one for you. I'm going to go off on a guess, and I'm going to ask you, was he vaccinated previously with the rabies vaccine? That's one of the first questions I have for you. So if he has been vaccinated, this is what I see typically. I'm not saying that's his case, but generally speaking, cats who have been, if they've received too many vaccines, they can have adverse reactions that manifest into FHS symptoms. Okay. It's a matter of toxicity in the body. It's about heavy metals in the body. He has had 2. Okay. So first of all, I would well, let me share one more thing. One of the miasms of rabies vaccinosis is very fearful behavior. Loud noises sends cats under the bed. They are fearful of any weird sounds, strangers, what have you. They become a very fearful, skittish cat when they previously weren't like that. So one of the first things that I would recommend is I have just a general guideline program on my website, on my shop, that's a vaccine detox program that is outlined step by step for how to detox your cat from all these vaccines and all these nasty ingredients that they put in vaccines that end up disrupting the immune system and all of the balance and homeostasis in the body. So that is the first thing. Anybody whose cat has had more than 2 vaccines, I don't care if it was a booster here, a booster there, whatever, I would always detox your cat from vaccines, because the stuff that they put in the vaccines can be very, very harmful and stressful on the immune system. So, perfect. Yes. So I would just follow the detox plan just for anybody who has vaccinated their cat, especially if you're starting to see weird symptoms that weren't there beforehand. Just know that it is not normal behavior for cats to just develop FHS symptoms out of nowhere. Okay, they weren't born like that. So we have to go remove toxins and things like that. So good, Jennifer. Good job. Definitely get on the detox plan. So apart from that, let's see what we can do to support him from an emotional, psychological level. He feels very ungrounded. So the color green is coming to my mind. So give him something green. Green is very grounding. It can provide a sense of security and calming. So, and then nervousness, purple is also coming to mind. So purple, if you have something purple that you can offer him to sit on if he wants to, it's very good for calming nerves and anxiety. And if also in that same light, amethyst crystal. So powerful. It is also a master healer. So try amethyst crystal, try purple, try green. All right, let me see what else comes up. Yellow comes up, and yellow supports the solar plexus chakra, and that's about that willpower. Okay. It also supports I hate to say microbiome in general, but it kind of is. So that's your digestive system. That's your intestinal tract. So if that is out of balance, which apparently it might be, yellow can help support that issue as well. So she says, so it could be after total detox, the symptoms might go away. Yes and no. If there are additional contributors to the symptoms, to the immune system issues, like environmental allergens can be, if there are toxins in your environment, whether airborne, flame retardants, things like formaldehyde from flooring, furniture, things like that, those can contribute to symptoms with an overactive immune system. So we've got to heal the gut. On my detox program, just in general, there's some wonderful products and supplements that do just that. So things like humic fulvic acid seal the gut, and then things like L-glutamine, if necessary. Slippery elm is wonderful for soothing and healing the lining of the intestines, so that immune system can calm down and the body can go back into balance. So it can take months, you guys. So just know that you can go through a detox process and still have inflammation in the intestinal lining and still have compromised, to a degree, so that you still may have allergies and things like that can come up. So we just have to keep going through and work a little bit deeper. So that's what I would say about the symptoms. Yes, they will get better after you take all the toxins that are contributing to the problem. So that's probably, I can't diagnose, and I'm not diagnosing. I'm not, anything like that, because I'm not a vet. I'm not a doctor, but I would do that because he's had vaccines. And then apart from that, support his nutrition, give him the supplements that support the gut, and try the colors, try the crystal therapy that we mentioned. And let me see if there's anything else over here. Do you have any other kitties or pets in the home, Jennifer? I know you asked if he would like a companion. I recently had a kitty client we did a lot of emotional work on, who was having very, very similar type of symptoms, and they did get him a playmate. And oh my gosh, the cat is a different cat. I mean, so there could be, it could possibly help support him emotionally to have a playmate, to have a companion. She says, no, he is all by himself. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm going to ask Julianne if perhaps she could ask him if he would be open to a companion. And Julianne, your Facebook got disconnected again somehow on StreamYard.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to sort out, so I wasn't actually listening. I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay.
Concentration face on trying to fix it so I could reach the people. What did you want me to do? My love, happy to do whatever I can.
No, it's fine. Can you ask him if he would like a companion, another kitty?
He said he feels lost. Is this the one that you were just talking about with hyperesthesia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Second one. That's the second one we've had in a row. Not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Companion. Yeah, there is an element of loneliness. There is also this piece about, for him, like, so I'm glad that we're asking, because just because there's a single cat in a household does not automatically mean that they will benefit from another cat. So as Pam said, it's great to ask the question to find out if being that is the cat that you have is open to that.
Mm-hmm.
But don't forget, just because a cat says yes, which is what Leo did for me, it took me 6 months to integrate him and baby Max. So I asked Leo for a sign of him to show me if he was okay with it, and he gave me one, and he was. Yeah, we had a journey, that 6 months of integrations and introductions. That was also part of my lessons and part of my learning. So if you do decide to get another one, is it Jennifer? Just bear that in mind. Just because he's saying company would be good for him, it doesn't mean that they're going to just open up the carrier on the new cat and they're going to go and cuddle and sleep together on the sofa, right? You do still need to do the behaviour work and the emotional support that goes alongside introducing another cat to the existing one. Yeah, something about loss. Did you have a cat and it's? I'm sorry, I'm going a bit off topic, but have you had a cat and it passed away, or a dog or something, or another animal in the home that he was connected to or drawn to. There's something about him as experiencing a loss, and there's sadness. I don't know if you mentioned grief. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
No.
Which sounds awful, but I was trying to reconnect the text so that we could reach other people. Interesting. There are multiple cats in the past. There's been a cat that there's a being. I'm not going to say cat. Actually, that's me. There's a being that he's been connected to that he feels a loss. There's a sadness for him. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's saying it is April. So if Pam hasn't mentioned about a mind-body release, I think an emotional support tool with him would really help. But I'm going to stop there because I know that we've got other cats to do, and this wasn't my cat. So in a quick way, the answer about another cat, I think, would be he would be open to receiving that connection, is what I get from him. It's just then a question about understanding how you would do those introductions and being prepared to do those introductions, so that's what I would share.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. That's awesome. Awesome. So, Jennifer, it's likely that he may have come from a litter and he had a litter mate that he was bonded to, and now they're separated. It's possible. Or if he didn't have a litter mate, he may have had a friend at the shelter that he was connected to. So that may be why he's lonely. And, in some cases, these kittens are taken from their mama too soon. And so they can feel a little lost because they didn't have that kind of companionship and that mothering that they needed, or that socialization sometimes. So those are just some possible reasons. So I hope that helps. I know Julianne is working to get back in, and I'm going to pass it back over to her so she can go on to the next kitty.
Everybody, that bit that I just shared, I didn't have my microphone unmuted, so Facebook and YouTube couldn't hear me. It's a bit all over the shop tonight. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Okay, so the other person that I had booked in for Energy Insight says that she sent me a message to say that she knows that she's part of it, but she doesn't know how to join it. So I've just tried to was messaging her to say, this is how you join. So Francine, I don't know if you're here on Facebook or whether you're able to get that connection to find us. Please let me know. If not, I'm just looking through the list of the next few people. So is Nicola and Jinx here? They were going to join on Instagram. So if you're here on Instagram, Nicola, if you've got a funky name that doesn't say Nicola and Jinx, then let me know if it's you, if you're here, and we'll work with Jinx for chakra sensing. Or Sheila and Darwin. Are you on Facebook? Okay. What's the next one for chakra sensing? Alison and Oscar. Is there anybody out there? Okay. Claire with Minnie. Oh, hello, Claire. My name, Claire. Claire with Minnie. Nope. Or Cheryl, we've done. That one's muscle testing. Kerry Lee with Cosmo. Cherry. In fact, Cherry was here earlier. Are you still here, Cherry? Or Catherine and Bianca. Cherry. Boom. There we go. Right, my love. It's meant to be for you. Let's go back, find you. Okie dokie. Ah, look at the little love. Okay. Hang on, everybody. Let me just do this. Okay. Can Can you see it on thingy bob pump? Yeah. Okay. So we have done one of Cherry's cats before. So we wouldn't normally, as Pam said, we wouldn't normally do the same guardian, because we do try to give different people an insight. But as nobody else showed up, here is where we are. So at least, Cherry, you've got a bit more help for your beautiful girl. So she said when she first fostered Jay, which is a different cat, he was not neutered, and hang on. Oh, excuse me, that's a massive energy shift already. When I first fostered Jay, he was not neutered as he was too small as he grew. And as he grew, he became very boisterous and bitey. Since neutering, he's calmed down considerably. However, if he gets close to Willow, she growls. And if he play fights and chases, she screeches and hides. She's really frightened. It's not just upsetting for her, but my other cats and myself. There is so much stress around us all. I've tried plug-ins, herbs and oils. I suspect for Willow, it's the memory of bitey Jay, but it could be from before she was adopted, as she lived outside. A memory came up on my phone of them both sharing a bed. So sad. In desperation, I have put Jay up for adoption, but there are so many homeless cats at the moment. There are, my darling, and I appreciate this must be quite stressful, like you said, for you all. So, oh my God. Oh God, excuse me. Well, isn't that fascinating? So I'm not tired. Like, I get buzzed from energy insight. So those yawns are energy shifts. When I work with cats, particularly like with Leo and baby Max, yawns are an energy release. So isn't that fascinating? Like, I've got a picture up and already, like, I've got 2 big yawns. So we've got some energy moving, that's for sure. So let me see. I need to go in a little bit. Okay. Let me see what she's got to say. I've got another yawn coming. I can feel it. Oh, Willow. Oh, wow. Oh. Right, Cherry. You and I have had a call before, so I'm going to be very frank and honest with you, potentially more than I would be with others, but it is my responsibility as the interpreter between her and you to speak her voice, to speak her truth and to share her voice. So I'm going to share with you what she's sharing with me, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it or fluff it up, okay? I'm going to say to you what it is that she's sharing, because this is how you need to hear it. So the first thing she says to me is, everything is really dense. She feels she feels like I want to go and hide under a quilt in the back corner of my spare bedroom. Like, there feels so much heavy and dense energy. She can't breathe. Which explains the yawning. God, I yawn so much, my eyes are watering, and that's not a normal for me. This is not my energy, right? I do not need to shift this. 4 or 5 minutes ago, I was fine, right? This is all about her. She's feeling a lot of energy. She's like a sponge that needs to be wrung out because she is carrying so much. So what's happening is, anytime you said about Jay, but I would question whether it's when any of you go towards her. Did you say she's really frightened? Yeah. She is so overwhelmed with energy right now that she is in shutdown mode. There is no capacity in her to enjoy, to be present. In fact, my sacral chakra is throbbing. It's like almost a bit crampy, because there is no way that she can express herself or be herself or kind of relax or find any form of relief, because there is this space where everything just feels really tight. Now, of course, as cat mums and dads, guardians, when we get stressed, when we see our cats are upset or something's going down that, you know, isn't how we would want it to be or we want them to be. Hang on. Oh God, Willow. Then we get heightened, you know, we get activated, we get triggered, right? We're holding stress. Now, if you think about, regardless of what happened before with Jay, let's just look at the now, right? If we think about the now, anytime he moves, you're going to be watching him like a hawk. Anytime she moves, you're going to be watching them like a hawk. Understandably so, because they're your cats and you want them to be happy, healthy, and well, and you don't want any issues and things, okay? However, what's happening is the vibration of your emotions are impacting them all, and you guys are almost like on a what's the word, like a merry-go-round, all of you together, right? This isn't just you impacting them, this is all of you together. Okay, there is energy and stress that is just like going on a loop. It's on a loop in the house. So I know you said you've tried herbs, and what else did you say? You've tried herbs. Pluggies. Oh god. Do you know what? I haven't got her picture up all the time. I'm actually flipping between the picture, the comments, and the form. So when I'm yawning, I tell you, this is fascinating. When I'm yawning is when I've got her picture in front of me. So you said that you'd mentioned you tried a couple of things. Have you cleansed the house? Would be my first question. So sage, Palo Santo wood, great options. If you've got the capacity to put the cats outside. If you don't, because they're indoor cats, you can use sound and you can use light, right? So you want to get yourself some little tingly bells. You want to get yourself a tea light, a candle with a feather, you know, and like move the energy and the frequency of the light around the house. Use the bells, or I think they're called ting shards, with the two little bells, and you ping them as you go around. Have the windows open, again, where it's safe to do so the cats won't escape. And you want to go through every room in the house. And now I always go top to bottom, because then it's got more capacity to go out and to ground the energy and to shift it. Top of the house to the bottom, every room with light, sound, or with scent, and cleanse the energy. So there is a piece where you are trying your best, and there is also a moment of acceptance that you are where you are, and how can you support them? How can you support them is by almost like releasing the stress and the tension and the friction and the worried. And again, I don't say that lightly. I've been in this space myself. There is a point where there's a fine line between acceptance of what is and this tightness of trying to make things different. And when they're not, that just increases the stress. She's just come and sat on my lap. Fascinating. There is a real fine line between. So we always want our cats to be happy, healthy, and well. Okay, if you don't, then you shouldn't be here with us, because that's what we all want, right? We want our cats to be happy, healthy, and well. When we look at our expectations of them versus what our reality is, there can be a disconnect at times, and that in itself creates energy. So although you guys are watching us as energy practitioners, you at home, you on YouTube, you on Facebook, you on Instagram, you are all creating energy. You're creating energy in your home. You're creating energy between your relationship with your cat. You are all managing and manipulating energy. You may not be aware of it. You may not be able to sense it and feel it like Pam and I can, but you are. So for Cherry, one of the things I would say, my love, is to cleanse the house. It's to take a breath, and it's to look at and to feel into, what do you want? Where are you? What are the good things about right now? Because I would imagine, again, I speak from my own experience, that there is a lot of you where you are watching what they're doing and you don't want this to happen again because it happened before. Now, I get that, you know, you have the trauma of the stuff from before, but that means that every time you look at Jake, every time you look at Willow, you're thinking and bringing in that energy from what happened before into this moment. So that stress, that worry, that emotion, that hurt, that pain, that anger, all of that comes to them right now. You know, are you able to sit there and close your eyes, take a really long, deep breath, and see the two of them cuddled up together on the bed? You know, why do you think that picture came up on your phone? I'm a great believer in everything happens for a reason. Maybe it came up on your phone because, you know, it was a reminder that, look, this is where they once were. This is where I want them to be again. Oh, my darling, you're off work with stress because of it. And then that tells me that you're at a chronic point, which means you've got a choice. You know, a choice to continue as you are, or a choice to shift some of it. Now, of course, I'm going to recommend a chakra cleanse for both of them. You know, I'm going to suggest some healing for you. I know you and I talked about you joining my Soul Ed Guardian program. Again, I stick by that. So you can come and have treatments with me. You can come and work with me, or you can try and do some of this stuff yourself, which is what we do here at Energy Insights. So what I would recommend to you is, if you can't have the treatments and join the program, is to cleanse the house, clear the house, and use that picture. Use that picture to shift your energy. Use that picture to shift your focus and see them together. You know, clear some of the energy that you've got around you and start to use a bit of visualization. Start to use a bit of what if. What if he went up to her and they touched noses and walked away and everything was fine? What if they went to their bowls and they ate side by side? This is a game I like to play all the time. Wouldn't it be amazing if? See how much you can play that game, because it shifts your vibration, it shifts your energy. Wouldn't it be amazing if? So I'll leave you with that, Cherry, and I hope that helps, my love. Over to you, Pam.
That's fascinating. I have to tell you, on her picture, I was picking up on shadow energy. And so it makes total sense what you were saying. Just the shadow energy we contribute in our spaces, subconsciously, consciously, it doesn't matter. It's like this black cloud, and it can create this sense of density, and cats see it, they feel it, and it scares the hell out of them. I have to be clear. It just really does. They will shut down. They will stop eating. They will hide under the bed all day and not come out. They are just so afraid to just be in that space. So good job. We send you lots of love so that you can feel empowered and supported and have the courage to do the healing work, because that's why our cats are put into our lives, to teach us what we need to work on, to peel back those layers that we have to work on so that we can be better human beings and allow us to be better cat parents, right? Okay, so I don't have another one, Julianne, because the other person wasn't able to be here. So I think we're good. So we're just going to wrap it up. We are so grateful for all of you guys being here. We thank you for contributing. We thank you for submitting your cats. And don't forget, next month, be sure to get on our email list now so that you get notified when these forms go out so that you can enter your cat to be selected. Let's see. I will go ahead and sign off, and then I'll let Julianne say goodbye. But we are so happy to be of service to you guys. You can find out more about the Mind, Body, Spirit Release service that I mentioned earlier at my shop, which is shop.perfectlyholistic.com under services. And this service is actually for pet parents, and you can also do it for pets. Works the same way. So would love to be of service to you guys if you want to do some energy healing, peel back some layers, and see what we can uncover that needs to be released and cleared. You can follow me on all of our channels. So Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Check for, and definitely sign up for our email list as well. So I will sign off for you, and I'm going to turn it over to Julianne so we can wrap up.
Cool. Thanks, Pam. Thank you to everyone that's been here. And I really appreciate, we really appreciate everybody that's come to join us and participated with the comments and being here to watch the sessions. And as we said, get on the mailing list, which you can do by both our websites, to submit your cat for next month. And excuse me, we go live every month, right? Pam and I we've been doing this now for probably about 18 months, I think, actually, I realized the other day. And we love it. So we'll be doing it every month. So there's always a chance to get your cat featured. And as I said to you guys before, we do believe that everything happens for a reason. So, if you've turned up late or you couldn't get access or whatever didn't work, it wasn't meant to be. And, think about submitting your cat next month. So you can find me and all my services on the Naturally Cats website, www.naturallycats.co.uk. I'm on all the social, I would say all the social medias, and that's absolutely not true because I can't do Twitter. And I've just looked at what's the new one? Threads, and that's like Instagram and Twitter combined, which is just mind-blowing. So I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and that is plenty. And the other thing to say is that if you are interested in joining my Become a Soul-Led Cat Guardian program, the waiting list is now open for the intake that's starting in September. So if you'd like to put your name to that, email me info@naturallycats.co.uk and you can join the wait list for more information. Thank you to everyone that's been here. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope that even if your cat wasn't featured, that you have enjoyed seeing the insights that we were able to give to other people. You know, as Pam said, she works with energy with her services, the Mind, Body, Spirit. It's brilliant. I've had it with the boys, and I'm due to be having one for me as well. So, you know, it is a wonderful service. I offer chakra sensing and cat communication. So if you're interested in any of those, get in touch. Thank you again, and we will see you next month. Lots of love, everyone. Bye for now.